I'm Richard Angel from Angel Pets, and today I'm going to talk to you about health checking a rabbit, either prior to buying or perhaps once a week when you're cleaning it out, just so you can head off any problems early and avoid any of those expensive vet bills.
Okay, so the first thing to check is the eyes. The eyes want to be very bright. You want to see any cloudiness in them. They don't want to have any discharge coming from them or wateriness. The cheeks want to be dry underneath the eye. If you have water running out of the eye, it could be an indication they've got something wrong with their teeth, because their teeth roots grow up and block the tear ducts, so don't want anything that's got a runny eye. The next thing to check is the nose. You want to have a look, make sure there's no discharge from the nose, that it's not soaking wet, that it's not sniffling or snuffling, because there is a disease called snuffles. You don't want one with that, because it won't survive. Then check the ears. The ears should be clean, no discharge. They shouldn't be red. If there's any sort of redness in there, it's a sign of some sort of irritation or inflammation. Could be a sign of ear mites or ear infection, so you don't want anything with any sort of redness there. And also, if it smells bad, obviously there's an infection in there. Then check the mouth. Now, the mouth's really important because a rabbit's teeth are probably the one thing that's most likely to go wrong with a rabbit. So what you want to do is just have a look at his mouth, if he'll let you, and hang on a second, and pull his top lips back and have a look at his teeth. And the teeth, the top ones want to slightly overlap the ones underneath, and they don't want to be too long. A rabbit needs to gnaw on something continuously because his teeth are always growing to keep them worn down. If the bottom ones overlap the top, you're going to have problems with the teeth growing into the gums. Make sure they're not occluded. There we go. And then just check the fur, make sure there's no bald patches or redness on the skin, because that may indicate either mites or ringworm, which is a fungal infection. So give a good look over the fur, and then check the feet. First of all, make sure that it's got all of its toes. You might want to check the claws, see if they need cutting. These ones could do a little bit of a trim, so we'll do that one later. Make sure there's no damage, and that its feet don't splay out to the side or anything like that. It's got no deformities. Then, once you've done that, check its bum. So what you're looking for here, this is a Rex rabbit, so it won't like going on its back. What you're looking for here is any runniness coming from its bum, any poo all stuck around it. Sometimes rabbits do sit in their own poo, and that may happen, but you'd know if there's something wrong because it'll be runny. You don't want anything with a wet bum, because that could indicate all sorts of problems. Coccidiosis, bloat, anything. You want to check the sex. The way to check the sex is if you just gently pull back there, that's a male. Okay, a female, that will happen to about that degree, and there'll be a slit rather than a round tube. So that's definitely a little boy. Okay, and then just check the general appearance and body condition. So if you run your fingers along his spine, you want to be able to feel the saddle, that there's some meat on it. If it's thin and it's all bone, then don't get it. It's too thin. There'll be something wrong with it. This one's got a nice bit of meat on the saddle there. And look for any sort of obvious signs of anorexia or also bloat. If he had a really big swollen belly, then he may indicate he's got bloat, and that's more than likely going to kill him. So don't buy anything that looks like that, especially if they've got a runny bum as well. And if possible, have a look in the cage and check the drop-ins. Now, rabbits will do two different types of drop-ins. One will be quite hard and dry. The other one will be black and wetter. That's quite normal. They do two different types of poo, a morning poo and an evening poo, one of which they eat, because the food needs to go through twice to get all the goodness out of the food, because it's very bland food that they eat. Okay, so that's how you just quickly health check a rabbit. Make sure when you do buy one that you do give it a look over. Here we always check our rabbits in front of our customers and go through a checklist so that they can see that everything is okay with the rabbit before we sell it, and obviously we'd never sell one that wasn't 100%. Okay, thanks.